Morro Bay, California, and here we grow avocados. We've trademarked them actually Morro Bay avocados, so you can find them in the grocery stores if you look at the tags. We grow finger limes, which is a specialty citrus. It's the shape of your finger and filled with little pearls of juice that you would squeeze out and then they burst when you bite into them. We also grow passion fruit, coffee, and dragon fruit.
Second-generation farmer Megan is following in her father's footsteps.
I came to work for my dad a year after college, and immediately we named the company Shanley Farms, and we started trying to market our own products. Instead of sending them to a packing house, we started trademarking them and selling them under our own name. This was a retirement project for my dad, and to be a farmer, that was totally new to him. Let's say he learned a lot from the neighbors around here in this canyon, and before you knew it, he had the avocado trees planted, and then fast forward a few more years, he bought a property in Visalia, and that's where the finger limes were first planted. He just thought they were the neatest things he'd ever seen, and he was our home chef, so he could think of 100 different ways to use a finger lime, and he ended up taking the first order of trees that was available to California farmers. So my husband and I, our little boys, Uncle Matt, we're here to carry on my dad's legacy. He was so passionate about growing food for people who really care about what they eat, and we're just here to carry that on.
There are a few main attractions on this farm, one being this specialty fruit they've put their fingers on.
It is so unique that when I first came to work for my dad, I was making calls trying to sell finger limes, and people were like, "Oh, a fingerling potato?" And I was just like, no, it's called a finger lime. But the hardest part is having to explain it to someone. You don't really get the feeling and knowledge of what it is until you've actually cut one open, squeezed out the pearls, tasted it, applied it to food, anything from sushi to tacos and ice cream, and my kids just eat finger limes like candy these days.
This is a fun stand.
If you're someone who likes tart things, you're gonna love it. You just kind of squeeze it in your mouth, eat it like edamame, and enjoy it just like a piece of fruit you're eating. If you're sensitive to tartness, you might not love a finger lime. You would more want to apply it to some other dish that you're eating. Finger limes grow really well here in Morro Bay, and actually very well over in Visalia.
However, for harvesting, it requires a hands-on approach.
Finger limes harvested by hand. Our guys and gals wear leather sleeves that go up to here, leather gloves, because there's a thorn for every leaf. So they're very dangerous, actually. My kids get in there because they see a big one and they just want to grab it, and it's like prick, 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 prick the whole time. We get tears, but yeah, they are hard to pick.
As far as California avocados go, they're the literal northernmost stopping point for this premium Haas variety.
We think Morro Bay avocados are so special because here in Morro Bay we get this cool coastal microclimate of the ocean breezes, the fog rolling in and out of the canyons all day, and it really cools down the trees so they can leave the fruit hanging on the trees for about 18 months. In general, in other parts of California and the world, it's about 12 months that the avocado would hang on the tree. So here in Morro Bay, it hangs on the tree for 18 months. It gets a really high oil content. This makes the avocado very rich and creamy and a decadent flavor profile. And that's ready right in about August, September, and October.
They also house another unique commodity, resident farmer Matt, who's brought Shanley Farms national exposure for his casting on the Fox Network reality show, Farmer Wants a Wife.
Any other deep questions you want to throw at me?
I've got a list.
He gets this TV show opportunity, and we find out that he's going to have to take girls on dates to pick finger limes and avocados. And we're like, are you serious? The Fox TV network is gonna show girls harvesting finger limes? How great could this be for us?
I'm really excited to meet Farmer Matt.
She's the biggest sweetheart.
He's such a cutie, are you kidding me?
Looking to the future, they may add more to the farm's unique offerings.
My dad got a hold of some coffee plants, some specialty coffee plants, geisha, katura, things of that nature, and planted them underneath the avocado trees on our south-facing slope, which is where we get a lot of heat, and they actually grow and produce coffee. My son went out and harvested a bunch of little cherries, came in, pulled out the beans, they're little beans covered in a mucus membrane, put those beans in the air fryer, pulled them out, rolled them in with a cookie roller, got the little membrane off, and then roasted me a cup of coffee, made me a cup of coffee. It blew my mind. I'm like, okay, We have coffee growing and you just made me a cup of coffee, and it was that simple.